Good morning, everyone. It's the P Mashiach, probable, possible, potential Mashiach. This is not a public announcement. It's just a discussion about looking for, finding, figuring out, contemplating if you are Mashiach or if somebody else is Mashiach. It's just a forever discussion. So today we have Gila. I really like this lady. She's like she teaches she's learning and at the same time teaching the Zohar, and I like that because it's at my level. I think I've learned more about the Zohar from this lady than I have anybody else. She's pretty informative, and I think she gets her Zohar instruction from this Ha'ari guy, this Yirah Ha'ari, I think his name is. He's a rabbi or something. And but she's like a direct line with who she's thinking who is the Mashiach. And she's like learning off like the Mashiach, and then she's bringing the information out to the people, and potential Mashiachs like me. So, I consider myself a Mashiach. I tell myself that every day. So it's more or less I tell myself that, to do what I'm doing. I gotta believe in it. So, but to other people, I always say, hey, if you think I'm a potential Mashiach, that's probably the most healthiest way to go, because nobody's going to really know the defining Mashiach until all the prophecies have been completed. So you could say he's a potential, and he might, even Yirah Ha'ari might think of himself as the Mashiach. He's got to, think about this, just like I do. And I say to myself, yes, so I don't go crazy. I can't say, well, I'm just a potential. No, I got to take this all the way. So anyway, this is Gila Jedwab. I know sometimes when the J is silent, it could get me. I could get screwed up. Gila, I really love her name because it reminds me one time I was living with this guy. His name was Bruce or Uji. He was a Pima Indian on a Gila River Indian community. And he had a sweat lodge in his backyard. I never thought it was a good place for a sweat lodge in the middle of the desert. Who wants to sweat in the middle of the desert? But anyway, he wanted to build this sweat lodge. And so he kept on saying, we got to go down to the river and grab some willow branches. So I said, okay. And I said, where are we going to go? And every time I hear the word Gila, I always think of this. It was like a wonderful experience. Or Gila. I think that's might be how she spells her name. Anyway, or says her name. Anyway, when we went there, I thought it was just going to be like some type of little, almost dried up riverbed, like all the other waters in the desert were in the Sonoran Desert. And he brought me to this Gila River. Anyway, it was overflowing. It was running like with rushing water in the middle of the desert. I'll never forget it. And we did gather the willow of the willow branches. But I'll never forget. I'm just seeing all that beautiful water running in the middle of the dry desert. It was just really a beautiful sight. Anyway, okay, let's enough about that. Uh, Ela, you have a beautiful name, and let's see. I gotta find my edit my edit stick. Here we go. See, here we go. That's all I need. We're gonna find this Mashiach. One of us gotta be Mashiach. One of us. I mean, they say the Mashiach is always here, already here. I mean, I've had enough experience. I'm a potential. So, but I'm rooting for myself. Like, hoo, all right, man. Let's see what this is all about. It looks like this. Looks like Hashem's got an extra special mission for me. So anyway. But if it's not, then I hope that the hastening of the Mashiach comes. All right, let's go. Let's see what this is. Let's see what you got, Gila. Very pretty lady, isn't she?
Okay. So today is March 20th, 2025.
Just made this morning.
And we...
Sometimes I catch her in the morning, sometimes I don't. I'll just kind of like watch her. She's really good. She's my cup of coffee zohar lady. Here we go.
Yeah. Hi, Sydney. Where are we, Sydney? Hi, Zeke.
She reminds me, in a way, of the Romper Room lady. When I was a kid, there was this show called The Romper Room. And she used to, like, the Romper Room lady had this, like, mirror or something she'd look into. And then the mirror would disappear. And she'd be like, and I see Johnny, and I see Billy, and I see Kathy. And you know what? I never heard my name. I mean, weeks after, I'd watch her just to see if she'd say my name. So anyway, she doesn't have that whole thing. But she did one time say, hello, Peter. So she's better than the Romper Room lady. All right, here we go.
Thanks for plugging my book. And we are smack in the middle.
Smack in the middle.
Of the greatest story, the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, ever told.
See, she's saying she found the Mashiach, this one rabbi. I'd seen a couple videos.
So
of it,
we announced last week that...
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to fill up my Joe.
on Monday, that we are going to read through Likutei Yirah together, the Torah of Ascension. I'm calling that book the Torah of Ascension. Hi, Chase. And it is required reading. It is prerequisite reading for the book that is about to be published called the Torah of Mashiach, Torah Shel Mashiach. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Eileen. So we're going to get through the required reading, the foundational information, in order to be able to understand the Torah of Mashiach. And I have been watching videos, old videos from 4 years ago, because Rabbeinu Yirah Ha'ari goes very slow. He talks very slowly. The further back you go, the slower he talks. And it's easier for me to understand the concepts from those videos. So I really recommend you go back on his channel, Restoration of the Breach, and watch videos from 4 years ago. They're amazing. And the more I watch them, the more I realize that it's repetition. You just have to keep hearing it over and over again. And if you know Yirah Ha'ari, he's like a master of repetition. He's a master of repetition. If you talk to him, he will constantly be reviewing with you the same ideas, the same verses, because he understands that that's the way to teach. He's just an excellent teacher. And you really anchor it into repetition. I think the Zohar says 101 times. Aleph teaches that you have to learn. It's sourced in the Zohar. There is an angel of forgetfulness, and his name is Mem Samach. And the gematria for that is 60. It's 100. So you have to bypass him. You have to exceed him by 101 times in order to retain information. That's a lot of times. I titled this class, what did I title this class? Does Mashiach know he's Mashiach? Why that title? It came to me late last night.
All right, now Mashiach, the way I see it, as Mashiach, is you have to look at yourself as Mashiach. If you're a potential Mashiach, you have to look at yourself as being Mashiach. That's a truth to you. So just like Mr. Hari, I think that's who she thinks is the Mashiach. He has to look at himself as Mashiach. He can't be saying, no, I'm not Mashiach. It's not that. He has to say, yes, I'm definitely to myself Mashiach. I always tell people I'm myself as Mashiach, but the prophecy for everybody else, it has to be a potential Mashiach because the prophecies have not all passed yet. So once that's the healthiest way to go about the Mashiach prophecy is you have to wait until all the prophecies have passed to say that's Mashiach. Everything has hit. If not, just the potential. But I got to look at myself as Mashiach to carry on with the mission. I can't say, well, maybe. It's one of those things. Everybody else could say, well, maybe. It's probably best they do. But me, I got to say, I am.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Des. Does Mashiach know he's Mashiach? Because me and Mac, my friend Mac Vaughn, who's I met through the chat, through the Yirah teachings of Yirah chat on WhatsApp. And we laughed because literally every other video on YouTube is talking about Mashiach. Does Mashiach know he's Mashiach? Everybody is dancing in their own consciousness, dancing. And
the time is upon us. There's no doubt. Now we got to flush the Mashiach out.
Going around this idea of who is Mashiach and where is Mashiach. And it's like playing a game of hide and seek with somebody, and where the person is hiding, and you're he's right there, and you can't tell the person, but you try.
Now another thing I heard the other day is there has to be a bunch of potential Mashiachs before the big Mashiach comes out. So it's kind of like we're all part of this potential rise, and it's all happening at the same time. I didn't get my calling as Mashiach, the true calling as Mashiach. Came the first week of the weekend after the October 7th invasion of Hamas. Have they been wiped out yet? I hope they are. I hope you guys got rid of those. So let's make sure that never happens to anybody ever again. Anyway, that Hamas a week after that, and that's when I got my calling. I was returning the stone to the Hopi as Bahana. Go figure, right? It's a true story.
To drop hint after hint, me and Mac in the comments, we'll find each other in the comments and be like, restoration of the breach. and trying to guide and lead people in the right direction to find Mashiach. Because in his videos, he's explaining things only Mashiach can explain. he's explaining how the anatomy of the Atik Yomen, the highest anatomy, is a reflection and mirror of our very bodies, and it's information that has never been taught or brought down before in great detail. He released a video yesterday, part 2 it's called, part 2. I'll link it below after today's teaching, part 2 of the Torah Session Mashiach, talking about the DNA and how on the highest level and the lowest level, we are reflections of the anatomy of the divine. 7 trillion.
Reflections of the divine. Well, doesn't that say it in the Torah? The regular Torah. That's what we were made in the image of Hashem. That's the divine. So we are a reflection. Everybody knows that.
Of 7 billion atoms, reflecting the 7 kings that fell, the 7 bones in the cervical spine. I mean, it's information only Mashiach could bring down. It's the Torah of Atzilus. It's the Torah of Atmos.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 7. She said the 7 something on the spine. I think that's the 7 chakras or something. But yeah, when you start getting into the numbers, I'm not there. I mean, I could kind of look at go through it, but it just seems like it's a quantum conundrum because it just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. It's like one of those things that you could find a interest in it and it can suit or fill in a spot that you're trying to fill in, but to stay there, to stay on the gematria, is I'm not deep into that. I'm more interested in the written language, the written word, and how what people are writing and saying and how to treat each other and how to treat themselves. So it's in the Zohar, I know it, So I know that they've written a lot about that too. So, but they do get into the numbers stuff also, and it's just very hard for me to follow sometimes. So anyway, like I said, it's a quantum religious conundrum. It's one of those things. Just sometimes you just never get that right answer. The answer is always numerical, So anyway,
Torah of our body is the Torah connecting the highest level divine information to your body, to you, so you can have an intimate knowing of Hashem and how he planted every aspect of himself inside your anatomy. Doesn't get more intimate than that. And I remember a garment said to me a while back, garment that
that's already known.
Who he said, when he was first trying to figure out who Yirah Ha'ari is, he scoured the internet looking for higher teachings and he couldn't find them. Rabbeinu Yirah Ha'ari is the highest teaching, the highest level zohar on the internet and in the world. And the ease and the effortlessness with which he teaches, he's pulling from his own brain.
See, I'm getting Yirah Ha'ari's information.
He can turn out a 20-minute video that really
second
should be
fiddle from
10 different books, and he
Gila.
can consolidate it and condense it and summarize it and teach it so methodically, so concisely, so precisely. And he gets these really good ideas. Like in yesterday's videos, he inserts the text from Google about the 7 trillion nerves and the 7 billion atoms. He'll take a screenshot and put it exactly in where it belongs. to verify the information, because we are Generation Google. We are Generation Google, and nothing is true until Google says it's true. So he knows psychologically how to teach. This highest level information is astounding, that he knows how to do it. And the attention span, 20 minutes is like the outer limit of what people will watch and pay attention to these days.
See, the only thing spiritual about the seven, I mean, I know that there's a lot, but I don't get stuck there. But I mean, seven chakras. That's what I remember on my shamanic journeys. Like the seven chakras of the spine and aligning them. Like how important that is. But like the 7 billion cells and the seven, I don't know, bones in your shin bone or whatever. I don't get stuck there. But a seven, every time I think of the number seven, I think of, 7 Up. I like sudsy water, 7 Up, 7 Up. And when I met President Bush, I had the opportunity to meet him and shake his hand and have some words with him. And that day, I brought a shirt with me. It was my Cincinnati Firefighter Engine 7 shirt. I was on Engine 7. Engine 7 with the Cincinnati Fire Department. And me and him held that Engine 7 shirt. And I think that they still have it at the station. I'm not sure, but a couple years ago, some dude called me like, hey, we're taking this down, I was like, it's the President of the United States. They wanted me to have the picture back. I was like, you guys could cram it, man. If you guys are going to be like that, he's holding up the Engine 7 shirt at Mount Washington, and they wanted to remove it. President of the United States. Anyway, I can mumble on about, shitty firefighters that I knew, but I won't. We'll continue with this, but the seven, I got 7 sisters. 7 sisters, with my youngest sister being born on May 14th, 1968, right after the 67 war. Everything was complete. She was born on May 14th, which is the birthday of Israel. Her name is Beth. It means house. So I always say we're the house of Dean. My name is spelled Deane. You separate those two, and De is of, and Ane is ass. So of the donkey or of the ass, in which I ride into to your viewing pleasure now. But anyway, so Beth. But anyway, Beth was her name. She's my little sister. She was number 7. So yeah, there's things about my life that have 7 in them that are, kind of cool. All right, let's go.
So he knows exactly the crowd he's dealing with. He knows exactly how to teach it. Rabbi Gozlan had said this. Rabbi Gozlan had taught this. That Mashiach will read every book, absorb.
That ain't me. I ain't going to read every book. I mean, they're all reading all the books. Why do I got to read them? They could read them and explain them to me. Why do I got to sit there and read every book? How much time that's going to take? This is much more enjoyable. You just get it from the people that are very nice and happy and they're very intelligent. They could just teach it to me. Easy enough. Easy smeezy Japanesey, as we used to say when I was a kid.
All the information that has ever been taught. And I see now in real time how Shlomo Shaul Malcho, my friend Garment of Esav, is translating he's unstoppable. Like 2 books a week he's churning out, and Rabbeinu Yirah is just devouring them and adding to his own information base so he can distill it, compress it, simplify it for the masses in these short videos.
There you go. See, I don't have to read nothing. We already have them reading it all and giving it to us. I mean, maybe one day I'll pick it up and flip through it a little bit and look at this is the last. I'm going to show you the last book I read. Hold on. This book. And I think I've been on page 3 for about 3 months now. So, I like getting my my info about religion. I got to be quick with all this. I just got to, run on the fly. Right now, she's probably giving me 3 books of information. I just is what it is. Okay, here we go. And finish what you started. I was born Mashiach. First day of Ramadan. 25th day of December. 7th day, there's that 7 again. 7th day of Hanukkah. I got to finish what I start. Even that book ain't going to help me. I just do it. I got to page 3. And you just finish it. But anyway, okay. Here we go.
That he's putting out. So Rabbi Gozlan had said Mashiach is going to take all the information that has ever been given in all the texts. He's going to ride on it like a racetrack. He's going to use all the information like a racetrack and ride his Ferrari around on it.
There you go. See, you don't have to read. You just grab the information. Grab the information, what they're saying. See if it fits in, mends in with what you're trying to accomplish, the mission. So that's, yeah, I agree. Just ride it like in your Ferrari. Just keep on riding.
And that's what he's doing. He's driving his Ferrari through his teachings, through his explanations of all that came before him.
That's what I'm doing. Just what a lot of Mashiachs are doing.
It's amazing to behold in real time. Yeah, he's beyond our existence, Irma. It's true. It's true. And if you just sit back and observe him, he doesn't prepare for his videos. He doesn't have to.
Hold on, I don't either. I don't prepare for him. This is the first time I'm watching this. I saw you're on here, bam. So let's go. I could do this. So anyway, here we go. So I'm always unprepared. Just take the info and go with it.
Just speaks his knowledge.
That's
holiness.
Mashiachs are like that. A lot of Mashiachs out there.
He's just pulling from his own brain. So I wanted to, hey Shauna, I just wanted to run through some funny video titles with you guys. Okay. This is Rabbi Shlomo Katz. Does Mashiach know he's Mashiach?
I like this guy.
Yes, he does.
He's pretty good.
I wish I could just scream it. I scream it at the video sometimes.
See, yes, he does. He knows he's Mashiach. That's what she said. Yes, he does. So do I.
Does it look like Mashiach is coming? Yes, it does. Okay? Yes, it does.
I guess so.
Will Mashiach announce himself on TikTok? No, because Mashiach is not allowed to announce himself. That is part of the rules of Mashiach.
All right, all right. Now, what do you mean by announce yourself? I mean, do you come out and say, do 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 do? I am announcing today that I am the great and wise Mashiach. Ah. All right, and then you just sit back and wait for. No, you say, but to yourself, you got to say, I'm Mashiach. Like she said, yes, he does. Does he know he's Mashiach? Yes, he does. He's not announcing it like public announcement, but he tells people that, like I'm telling you, I'm Mashiach. It's not a public announcement, but I tell you, you gotta wait though. Don't jump on that bandwagon too quick. Just support my potentialness. That you're just supporting the potential Mashiach. You're not supporting the full Mashiach because all the prophecies have not passed. Once all the prophecies have passed, then you could say, that's Mashiach. Now, I get it. Then we're at least 99% sure. You always want to leave a little room for Hisham's trickster or shaitan. They'll mess you up. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. See, that came out of nowhere. Came out of my mind. Let's go.
So we see
Yirah Ha'ari. This is the Torah of Ascension. So this is her Mashiach.
It is on the verge of everybody's consciousness, this Mashiach conversation. And how fortunate are we to be in the small group of Mashiach before he goes worldwide. Where's Aleph?
He's going to go worldwide.
Today I want to get through 40 more pages.
Right now, his might be to go worldwide. Mine is only right now. My mission, right now, my mission is to try to make it to the Crescent Sun in Jerusalem on August 7th or 2nd, 2027. So that's my big mission now. All right. So if you can help me, send a check or money order, 4310 3rd Street, Port Hope, Michigan, 48468. And like and subscribe. Like and subscribe my channels because then I can get a monetary system going. I can make the money to make it to Jerusalem because I ain't going paying my own way this time. I paid my, all my journeys, I always paid. I'm like, man, if I'm a potential Mashiach, you think that the people would be like, let's get them to Jerusalem and see what happens. I mean, it's kind of like throwing, you're a kid. You want to try everything out. Try it out. See what you get. All right. And I want a nice place to stay. I don't want to be, otherwise, if I got to pay, I'm just, then I got to pay. It is what it is. I'm gonna make it to that freaking Crescent Sun. I'm just looking for a little handout. Help me out. I gotta get some other stuff done too. This is taking me a lot of time. Oh, okay. Anyway, here we go.
Okay, let me get back in there. And it's amazing how the information we're reading today is actually foundational material for the video that was released yesterday, the part 2 of the Torah Mashiach. So after we go through this today, it's a good idea to go back and watch that video, which I watched twice yesterday and I'm going to watch again after our reading today. It is repetition, you guys. There's a certain breakthrough moment that happens. Like, oh, that's what that is. Hey, Mac Vaughn. I was just talking about you. Okay, so let's go into the reading. Okay. We're on page 145. Okay. Let me just see if you guys can see this. Hey, Zwali. Hey, Tilla. There's some new names. Okay. Oh, we have 36 people? You never have that many. Okay, let's make this bigger. Okay, we're here for Mashiach. Guys, we know who Mashiach is. We know who Mashiach is. Sometimes it'll just hit me randomly in the day. We've waited thousands of years and we found him. We've found him. And he's working so hard. He's working so hard for us, right, Aleph? Aleph gets to see. Aleph himself is working so hard for us. Everyone is toiling. It's mamish the right word. They're toiling. They're toiling for the sake of humanity. Books and videos, non-stop, trying to disseminate the Torah Shel Mashiach. If only people would look in the right direction. It's like he's right here. He's right here, Mac, right? He's right in front of our face. There's no higher Torah being taught. Okay.
The highest Torah that I can give you is be kind to each
Doesn't
other.
it hit you guys sometimes?
That's it.
How surreal, right, Sydney? So surreal.
That's my highest Torah.
He's human.
Live it out.
He's here. He's on the planet. I met him. I saw him. I met his wife and kids. He's a human being. Oh my God. And when he teaches in person, it's like it was hard to keep my soul inside my body.
Well, there you go.
The whole world will know soon. We're just at the previews of the movie here. Clear as day, right, Mac? Clear as day. When he speaks, no one can teach off the cuff the way he teaches from his own brain.
What about me?
No one. No one.
I got a special uniqueness about it all, don't you think?
Yeah, soon, Irma. Soon. Thank you, Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Introduction to the 50 gates of understanding. We're going to do 10 of these gates today. And if you don't catch everything this time, just know in the next time you read it, you'll get more. Aleph was saying this last night. He's read this book countless times. I don't know how many times Aleph has been through it. And each time he said he gets more and more from it. So just be patient with yourself.
I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go to the first gate.
This book contains information of the most sensitive nature.
It will reveal aspects of reality in a way that the rest of her video down below. So we'll just go over the first gate.
I advise you, the reader, to move on only after understanding each respective section.
But we'll go over.
Each tikkun provided should be recognizable, and one should only progress to the next section after coming to conscious awareness of the respective tikkun. To say this is a book is diminishing the essence of its contents. It is far more than that. To be blunt, this book is a door to the inner worlds. This book is a door to the inner worlds, presented in 50 gates of understanding. I assume you, the reader, are familiar with Sefer Yirah 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of which can be found at bookbaby.com. It is to your glory, Hashem, that this is revealed.
This is my book.
May the light of your glory, Hashem, be known. And
Dance the Blue Katrina, the beginning.
Amen.
You can buy this off of Lulu.com.
Let's enter gate 1 together. The
filled
22 Hebrew
with high
letters.
knowledge.
The Zohar says in book 15, Acharei Mos, section 50.
And images that will blow you away.
To teach the Torah to the uncircumcised. 303. Come and see, Techazeh. The first subject of the Torah we give to children is the alphabet, Aleph Beis.
And that was when
This is a matter
Mashiach
that mankind
got called
cannot
into the
comprehend, nor
shamanism
can it rise
after
in
he
their
died and
minds,
was
not to mention
brought
saying it
back to
with
life
their
on Rosh
mouth.
Hashanah.
Even the supernal angels and the most sublime cannot comprehend it, as these matters are the mysteries of the holy name.
All right, here we go.
Book 18, Shlach Lecha, section 43, the alphabets and the names. 288, this is my favorite zohar of all time. 288, all these letters never rest. They stand out and sparkle externally. They rise and descend. No one can understand anything about them except for Mashiach, Rabbeinu Yirah Ha'ari, and with great toil. Zohar Book 11, Shuma states in 472, built in the temple, Bina, that is the mother's Torah, all the letters dwell. And the temple was created through the letters alone, equal to all of existence. Just as existence was created with the letters, so too was the temple created through the letters alone, each having a particular place. Okay, the Beis HaMikdash is the letters.
Got
It
the
is
letters.
also stated what separates Israel from other nations. I love this line. They were given a script. We must understand from these statements that the source of Israel and their relationship with Hashem comes about how? Our relationship is sourced through the holy language in which Hashem spoke and brought forth existence. Furthermore, the letters which comprise that holy language. We see neither
My
mankind
book
nor
is
angels
just as
know their
sacred
secrets.
as any other book ever written.
Only Mashiach can tell us the secrets of the letters. We
And
also
you
read
are just as sacred
that
as any
Mashiach
book ever
will
written.
reveal their
And
mystery
anyone
when he
that has ever
arrives.
walked
This is
the
how
earth.
we know who
Remember
Mashiach
that.
is.
Very
The Zohar
important.
tells us there's only one marker for Mashiach, and that is somebody who could explain to us the letters. Zohar Book 20.
Hold on. We neither, the letters which compromise, we see neither mankind nor the angels who know their secrets, and we also read that Messiah will reveal their mystery when he arrives. Zohar Book, third temple is not mentioned in the Torah. A third temple is not mentioned in the Torah. Huh, interesting. Revealed the Messiah, okay.
Pinchas. A third temple is not mentioned in the Torah. 149. The Holy One, blessed be He, will bring down the first temple, Bina, which is the...
All right, the Holy One, blessed be He, will bring down the first temple. Will be concealed in the sepulchre. Will be in the open. Will be the open that the art of the Holy One, blessed be Him.
Mother's Torah will be concealed. The second temple, which is Malchus, which is oral Torah and Kabbalah, will be in the open. That house is called the second temple, Malchus oral Torah. It will be open so that the art, and if you see what Rabbeinu Yirah does every day, is create tikkunim, and alongside the tikkunim is always artwork. So there's something for everybody. And in Beis HaMikdash, there's going to be some...
Bam! Bam, 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 bam! What? It's all the artwork is there. All the artwork. Not all the artwork, but a lot of it. You know? I mean, art. I even got a poem here. Let's see. Let me just do a poem real quick. Today's journey. Why not? With a little bit of art. See? Art. It's all art. Okay. All is new. Every moment that's seen. Even the sun's light to evening. Even the red bird's breast and wing. Even dogs as they lead the way. I walk lost in this moment of time. in the shade of a rocky creek, just for today's journey that is given me. I draw the course of Venus in the center of a full circle, for whatever direction is taken is one that is made alone, and shall last longer than only so far, for one has to turn back and find the right direction, again to all that is always seeming new, as signs fall softly from afar, from the great unknown, and I hear a voice say in glee, there's a feather stuck to your shoe, and it is removed, and not tarnished or bruised. This gift from some great noble bird gives rise for thoughts to soar, and a prayer of thanksgiving is lifted to only this moment of living in great spirit. Transparent it seems, for though it I see all that is before me, the path back, although seems steep, must be taken back to where we came. Each step is always retrieving, yet all is forever evolving and closing back to the earth. Art. With a little bit of art. So I hit it. I mean, the book hits it. A lot of my books are like that. I got about 4 or 5. But, yeah. Oh, surprise, surprise.
For everybody on every level will be open so that the art of the Holy One, blessed be He, will be visible to all the world, not just the Jewish people. Then there will be a perfect rejoicing and goodwill in all of existence. Now that we have understood the significance of these letters, you guys got the significance of the letters? Let me check on you. Everybody got it? The significance of the letters? We may move to gate 2. Gate 2.
All right. I think I'll do a video on each gate. Maybe that will be it. Anyway, I think this will be good enough for today. If you want to read or listen to everything, the rest of the video, I'm going to post Gila Jedwab's video down there. And Gila, yeah, keep up the good work. I'm really learning a lot, and enjoy your videos and enjoy your mornings with my coffee. Sometimes you don't know I'm there. I just kind of just sit and watch, you know. But anyway, do really enjoy. You're teaching me well on this mission I must make as Mashiach. I'm sure you probably don't even look at me as a potential Mashiach because you found your own Mashiach. So, but anyway, thank you so much, and may Hashem bless you in with your endeavors and everything that you are doing. And I hope to meet you one day and maybe discuss further, or like even have a discussion, some type of tape discussion. But anyway, you never know. I know how it goes. Mashiach, when somebody says he's Mashiach, people tend to take a step back. But anyway, it's all good. Everybody have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to everybody later. Later.